Peace! 行くぞ!
Brook's Underworld Awakening, Soul of the Ferryman by Legendary Anime. Hi everyone, Flying Panda, Dead Bones Brook, the musician of the Straw Hat crew, quite possibly has one of the most underrated Devil Fruit powers of the series, yet it could be one of the most powerful in terms of ability, not power. The Yomi Yomi no Mi seem at first to be quite a simple Devil Fruit with not much potential, like in case of Devil Fruits like Logias, which are quite powerful regardless of which element they may be. Despite the Yomi not being a power that would be useful in battle, it does have its own purpose and unique powers that has been kept secret for some time now. On the surface, it seems like the only thing the power was meant for was to revive the user upon death, giving them a second chance at life. It also seems that Brook wasn't fully aware of its power when he was alive, as he mentions that he doesn't know what the Devil will do until he dies. It seems that when Brook did die, his soul went to the afterlife, perhaps for a brief moment, or maybe several days. It's never been made clear how long his soul took to return to the mortal world. We only know that Brook spent a whole year searching for his body. Possibly what's most interesting is that Brook has no memory of the afterlife, only of dying and his soul returning. This makes me question just how long his soul was away from the body and was in the afterlife before returning. It takes many years for a human body to become a skeleton, even being out in the open like his body was aboard the ship. It would normally take several years to decompose. A year seems rather quick. Could Brook have been unaware just how long he was away? After all, he has no memory of the afterlife. Brook and his Devil Fruit are both based off the Greek legend of Charon, the Ferryman. Charon the Ferryman, sometimes known as the Boatman, is the ferryman of Hades who carries souls of the newly deceased across the river Styx and Charon that divided the world of the living from the world of the dead. Could Brook have been ferrying his dead crew into the afterlife upon these deaths? In many cultures, if a person is not given a burial, their soul is said to be stuck in the living world as ghosts upon to rest in peace. In Greek legend, a person who had died will have to pay a toll to ferrymen to have passage into the afterlife. This would mean deceased will have a coin placed in or on their mouth to take into the death with them. So with Brook crew being unburied and one to place a coin on them, could Brook have taken it upon himself to secure his crew's soul to rest? Now you might wonder, if Brook was able to lead the souls of the dead, why not lead them back to their bodies so that they can be revived too? Well, for one, their bodies were badly injured and died from a poison, so in a sense they would likely have just died again, as their bodies would be broken beyond repair. This would also explain why Brook returned to his skeleton body rather than a body of flesh. Without a doctor to cure the poison and treat the wounds, his body would probably die over and over again each time. But then, how does the Yomi Yomi no Mi work? If the user's body not regenerate, how would they revive? It's for this reason why we believe that the Yomi Devil Fruit isn't intended for the purpose of reviving the soul back into the original body, but for the user to take another body. We now see that Brook's soul can leave the body and travel as a spirit form, but is still anchored to the body. But what if he let go of the anchor? What would happen to his soul? Highly possible that while in soul form, he could enter the body of another and gain control of a person's body. Possession. It would be much like what Big Mom does when she places her soul into an object, but in this case it would be Brook taking over a living person's body and soul, something which Big Mom cannot do. We see in his musical style combat that he can control the minds of the victims, make them see and sense what he creates for them to see in his fantasia. Through the aid of his music, which music is also said to have an impact on people spiritually, he's able to enter their souls and bend it to his will. This alone is quite powerful. So far we've only seen him use the ability on weak-willed, much like how King's Haki works. But we have also a glimpse of his power at the next level when he faced off against Big Mom's homies, when his soul projected a larger and more devilish form of himself. Brook overpowered the homies, and though we don't see how he defeated them, it's expected that he controlled the souls before releasing them. Brooks ferried the souls to the afterlife. With Brooks having the ability to connect with the soul, it's possible for him to connect the dead. Could his soul travel between both planes and enter the afterlife to speak with the dead? We believe it might be possible, but he may not have the power just yet, but can sense and contract the recently deceased before they move on. Brook may well have contact with Pedro before he moves on and can relay a message if Pedro has unfinished business. Pedro will give more insight into the New Dawn, and this encourages Carrot to join with Luffy and see that his dream comes true. One thing is for sure, and that is that the Yomi Devil isn't as weak as it was first believed to be. In fact, I wager that it will have great importance much later on in the story, and will aid in the defeat of its counterpart, the Yomi Yomi. Thanks for watching this video. It was voted by you for me to create Brook video, so thank you. Leave a comment down below. Please click like, and if you haven't, please subscribe to Flying Panda.
Watch it fly by as a pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock ticks life away, it's so unreal. To the below. What time flies throughout the wind, trying to hold on.